so the needles are dry now. We might as well just reassemble this all and show you what it looks like. I think it looks pretty sweet. I think some of the original speedometer, or sorry, instrument clusters had orange needles as well, but I don't know on what models. I thought I've seen them before. So anyway, let's get this. Oh, you know what? Before I put that on, I'm going to need to put the fuel gauge in place. This is a little awkward. There's one side, there's the other side. There we go. I'm probably going to end up loosening these and adjusting later just to make sure it's level in relation to the tachometer. That's definitely not level right there. That's a little closer. Okay. Alright. Okay. So there's one gauge installed. Now let's grab our tachometer and get that installed. Now this one always bottoms at 0, so we don't need to worry about aligning it properly. Good. There. Perfect. So there we go. Tachometer complete. Along with the fuel gauge. This is looking really good, guys. I honestly, way better than, going way smoother than I thought it might. Now I'm going to jinx myself, of course. Alright, rotate this around. There we go. So that's in place. We gotta get those bolts in. Last one. Alright. Bam. There we go. Check that out. That looks slick. Alright, well we're not done yet though. We still got one more. And that's from the first video on this that I made. The speedometer. So, let's take this needle, align it with the tape. If you guys remember, I made a line of tape here to mark where the needle sat once I brought it over the top of this peg here. That indicates dead stop 0. So we'll put it right where it belongs. Push down. I think that's pretty darn close. And then we'll gently lift the needle back up above the peg again. over, and there we go. Take the tape off. It's a nice orange color for these needles to be. It's a perfect even coat too on it. Alright, we're ready to throw this thing back together. Let's put this back on here. So I'm actually gonna start by putting this stuff together in my hand, because that way I can put it together, put it into the housing fairly easily after that. So we got to make sure that this connector goes into the back of the speedometer properly. Almost there. There we go. And I'll take care of hooking everything up after we get it into the housing. Now this is actually a different housing than he gave me, and I'll tell you why. The housing he gave me was missing one of the, I think it was on this side, on the right side, it was missing one of the pegs that supports it on the bottom. Now this is a housing from another cluster that I have, a little less staining, a little less missing pieces and stuff like that. So I'm going to quickly give this a nice rub down here with microfiber and see what reveals itself. If there's anything on the inside I need to take care of before putting this all together. There's a mark right there, looks like I gotta take care of. So I can't actually take this glass, sorry it's plastic, can't take this plastic off the front. I have to work from inside here. I don't expect to get it perfect, but I expect to get it close. Okay, that looks good to me. So the neat thing about this, these clusters, is that you could, if you wanted to, take this little thing off, and with the proper modifications, you could put another row of LEDs down below. Now, the newer models already have done this. And put two down below, and those are the airbag lights. That's on 1990 and higher US models. So this little metal plate in the bottom can be removed, and you can throw whatever stickers you want down in the bottom row and add LEDs accordingly, and then you have another row of indicator lights. Now that gets a little tricky because you still have to work those LEDs into the actual circuitry behind. So you'd have to really want to do that in order to pursue it. Yeah, you have to take these little guys out and put actual LEDs behind them. So, alright, this is ready to go back into the housing now. Alright, so as I'm doing this, this little flap here is supposed to end up in between these little prongs and the body of the housing, but if I miss one, I should be able to get it afterwards. Come on. Okay, I think I got it. Good. Get our screws back here. don't want to go too tight on these, because if you do, you might tear the plastic circuit board behind there. One more after this one, and then we can call this done until we decide that, until the LEDs show up, that is, and we need to put them up in the top and in the back here. Okay, so there's one left that I need to do, and that's this little one underneath the voltage regulator. Okay, that completes that part of the cluster. Voila! Perfect. Okay, there we go. Okay guys, well, I'll be back once I get the LEDs from Super Bright LEDs, and I'll install those. So if you want to see that, go ahead and hit subscribe, and if you liked what I did here to transform this with all the repairs that I've done for it, and the orange needles, etc., and you appreciate the work I'm doing here by recording it, hit like, and otherwise I guess you could hit dislike if you really want. But until next time, have a good day.